It can get them on the wrong leg, and then the jockey has got to balance him all the way. That's the turn, and it is a little bit of a disadvantage if you're drawn on the outside of the field. Well, they're going in pretty quickly, so to the man who owned the winner twice of this race with Be Friendly, let's join him now, Peter O'Sullivan.
Thank you, Jimmy. And the white flag poised, it's raised, they're under orders and they're running, and Saif Al Arab breaks very fast on the outside and goes on. Saif Al Arab from Soba now. Then comes Habibti on the inside, is on stage. Then comes Baudelaire, and finally Vernons. But Saif Al Arab setting a blistering pace. Now is Mark Birch going to go over towards the stand side? Yes, he's making it right over towards the stand side. It's Saif Al Arab taking him along at a tremendous gallop in this Vernons Sprint Cup. From Soba in second place, then comes Baudelaire, then Habibti, then on stage the stable companion of Saif Al Arab as they run past the 3 furlong pole. Saif Al Arab in the lead from Soba, who's being tracked by Habibti. Edward Hyde has switched Baudelaire right over towards the stands rails now, and it's Saif Al Arab being pressed by Soba. Then Habibti travelling very smoothly just in behind him. Baudelaire's got it to do on the stand side, and now Soba and Habibti. Habibti coming there very strongly now to take the initiative of Soba, and it's Habibti going away from Soba. Baudelaire's not going to get in and challenge at all, and Habibti is going to become the first English trained filly to win the Vernons. She's striding away to win it very comfortably indeed, and Willie Carson makes this a procession at the line. Habibti is the winner, and Soba is second, and on stage is third, and 4 Vernons, and 5 Saif Al Arab, and 6 and last was Baudelaire. And so the result of the 1983 Vernon Sprint is first, number 9 Habibti, owned by Mr. M.A. Mutawa, trained by John Dunlop and written by Willie Carson. Second was number 3 Soba, owned by Mrs. Muriel Hills, trained by David Chapman and written by David Nichols. And third was number 5 On Stage, owned by Mr. A. Fusdock, trained by Bill O'Gorman and written by Tony Ives. Fourth was number 2 for Varders, a second triumph in the race for Willie Carson. And Habibti, bred by John Costello in Ireland, the first English trained filly to win it. And here's how she won it in dramatic style, reviewed with Julian Wilson.
Yes, what a sensational performance this was, because Saif Al Arab went off very, very fast indeed. You can't see the winner now because she's tracking Soba. And Willie just for a moment must have thought, do I switch to the stand rails? David Nichols answered that question for him, because he's switched Soba towards the stand rails, leaving the sort of gap that any jockey dreams of nowadays for Willie to go through. Saif Al Arab on the far side, Soba on this side, and once Willie has gone, he says, right, go and show how good you are. And the answer is sensational, because she's gone 4, 5, 6 lengths in front. Behind Soba there, On Stage is battling on under strong pressure to overhaul his stable companion. Baudelaire completely tailed off, a disastrous performance by him. But look at the daylight that this brilliant filly has put between herself and her old adversary, Soba. It must almost be 8 lengths at the line. One of the best sprint performances we've seen for years and years. Soba is second, and On Stage battles on bravely to be third.
Number 50.